Karen Whitfield's face drained of color as I held up two documents side by side. This environmental hazard report is signed by Lisa Thompson, property manager. I said, my voice cutting through the stunned silence of 25 neighbors packed into the community center. But Lisa Thompson doesn't exist. You created a fake identity to steal $220,000 worth of my classic cars. I pulled out my police detective badge and let it catch the overhead lights. Identity fraud, false reporting, theft by deception. You picked the wrong neighbor, Karen. I've spent 12 years prosecuting people exactly like you. Her hands trembled as she tried to gather her papers. The room erupted in shock. She thought she was untouchable. She was wrong. But let me back up and explain how an HOA president's obsession with enforcing rules she had no authority to enforce escalated into felony fraud documented by security cameras she never knew were watching. This nightmare started 6 months earlier when Karen moved into Pinewood Estates and decided my vintage car collection was ruining her view. My name is Marcus Brennan, 12 years as a Metropolitan Police detective specializing in fraud. That November morning in 2024, I stood in my detached garage running my hand along the chrome bumper of my 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 429, three classic American muscle cars representing 15 years of restoration work. The Mustang in Calypso Coral, 1970 Camaro Z28 in metallic blue, 1971 Dodge Challenger R, T in plum, crazy purple, $220,000 total, sitting in a building that didn't officially exist according to the Pinewood Estates Homeowners Association. That was the beauty of this property in Riverside, Oregon. I'd chosen this house specifically because the garage sat on separately deeded land, grandfathered commercial property that predated the neighborhood development by 15 years. When I'd established Brennan Classic Restoration as a legitimate business 3 years ago, I'd filed every permit, satisfied every county regulation, documented every compliance requirement with the Oregon Department of Environmental Quality. I had business licenses, environmental certifications, insurance policies, fire safety inspections, everything properly registered with appropriate state and local agencies. Karen Whitfield could issue all the violation notices she wanted. She had exactly zero legal authority over property that fell outside HOA jurisdiction, but that hadn't stopped her from trying. Karen had moved into the house 3 doors down in May of 2024,